Boston Massacre documents for the right side of the partner pair. Document 1 reads, "About 9, some of the guard came to and informed me the town inhabitants were assembling to attack the troops, that the bells were ringing as a signal for that purpose. In my way there, I saw people in great commotion, and heard them use the most cruel and horrid threats against the troops. About 100 people passed towards the custom house where the king's money is lodged. They immediately surrounded the sentry, a British soldier, posted there, and with clubs and other weapons threatened to execute their vengeance on him. I was soon informed by a townsman of their intention was to carry off the soldier from his post and probably murder him. He assured me he heard the mob declare they would murder him." Continued. "This, I feared, might be a prelude to their plundering or stealing the king's chest. I immediately sent an officer and 12 men to protect the sentry and the king's money. They, the soldiers, rushed through the people, and by charging their bayonets in half circles, kept them, the townspeople, at a little distance. The unhappy affair took place without any loading in their pieces, muskets, nor did I ever give orders for loading them. The mob still increased and were more outrageous, striking their clubs and calling out, 'Come on, you rascals, you bloody backs, you lobster scoundrels, fire if you dare, fire.' At this time I was between the soldiers and the mob, parleying with and endeavoring in all my power to persuade them to retire peacefully, but to no purpose." Document 2. They, the mob, advanced to the points of the bayonets, struck some of them, and even the muzzles, the front of the muskets of the pieces, and seemed to be endeavoring to close with the soldiers. Some well-behaved persons asked me if the guns were charged, loaded, and I replied yes. They then asked if I intended to order the men to fire. I answered no, by no means, observing to them that I was advanced before the muzzles of the men's pieces. It means he was standing in front of the guns, and must fall a sacrifice if they fired, and my giving the word fire under those circumstances would prove me to be no officer. While I was thus speaking, one of the soldiers have received a severe blow with a stick, stepped a little on the side, and instantly fired, on which turning and asking why he fired without orders, I was struck with a club on my arm, which for some time deprived me of the use of it, which blow, had it been placed on my head, most probably would have destroyed me. Continued. On this a general attack was made on the men, the redcoats, by a great number of heavy clubs and snowballs being thrown, by which all our lives were in imminent danger. Instantly 3 or 4 soldiers fired, one after another, and directly after 3 more, in the same confusion and hurry. The mob ran away, except 3 unhappy men, who instantly expired, meaning died. On my asking the soldiers why they fired without orders, they said they heard the word fire and supposed it came from me. This might be the case, as many of the mob called out, "Fire, fire," but I assured the men that I gave no such order. Now answer the questions on your page about both documents.